This is One Extra Breakfast
with Twin B and Yasmin Evans.
It's Twin and Yaz on your radio, Monday Vibe.
You are Twasmin. You are officially one entity.
If you say this doesn't kick in a little bit of joyfulness into your spirit, you're a liar. You are a liar. We don't believe it.
It's like riding a bike every morning, but with everyone listening to you riding the bike.
But we're still going in the right direction.
Because the GPS has to guide you back. Are we ready to roll, people?
One Extra Breakfast, BBC Radio, One Extra.
Hi, I'm Darius Samuels. I'm producer of One Extra Breakfast with Twin B and Yasmin Evans. So when you have two presenters, you have two individuals that you're working with. So they each come with their own sort of sets of skills, experience, ideas, opinions, but also motivation, goals and those kind of things. So when you're working with two as a partnership, it's very much a case of trying to mesh two different personalities and two different beings into an on-air partnership that works well. I'm off to see if our intrepid presenters have actually arrived. Exciting stuff.
Working as a team's it's fun. It's like being at work with your mate, or like, it's like I've got a radio husband that I can kind of boss around.
Boss around.
One of the advantages of having like a double header is that you actually have two different people with different opinions, so it creates opportunity for conflict, debate, different energy, different ideas bouncing off each other, different dance moves. So that's the benefit. With one person, it's very much them in the conversation with the audience. When you've got two presenters, you've got them in conversation with each other and the audience, so it's a different dynamic in terms of what the show offers.
Because I was doing the show on my own, and it does get hard, and it's weird how much you take on that you don't realise, so it's nice to kind of divide the responsibilities of the show as well, and have someone to bounce off of, because sometimes you think something's really funny or you really kind of get excited by something on air, and then it's like you're on your own and you hope people at home are just as excited as you, but it's nice to have someone who bounces that back, you know.
So we're working in the studio. For the first part of the show, well, today Yasmin is driving the desk, so she's pressing the buttons, working the mic faders and the music faders, and Twin's on the sort of guest side of the desk, and then halfway through the show they'll swap sides. It's just to keep it sort of even, because when you're this side you kind of lead the sort of discussions and how things operate, because you're in control of everything. So just so it doesn't sound as if one person is overpowering the other one, we get them to swap halfway through the show, so there's some sort of evenness. I must say, Twin does something very irritating when he's driving. He leaves every button press to the last possible second. So there'll be nothing loaded, no tracks loaded to go. So I'm sitting there waiting for the last minute flurry of
Genius Radio.
Genius Radio, he calls it.
When you're on this side of the desk, there's a lot to think about, because you've got to think about making sure that person knows what they're doing. You kind of need to be awake and on the ball and make sure you're listening and know what's going to happen.
Reason why I like working with Yasmin is because I think she is
stunning,
humble, really, really humble, proper humble. I think she is funny. I think she's funnier than she thinks she is, and entertaining, which I think is growing as the show goes on as well.
The thing I like most about my job is probably the fact that I'm really passionate about music, but also I think what's rewarding is the ability or the opportunity for me to nurture talent, both presenting talent and production talent, and help people try and reach their own personal goals.
Yeah. And she can cook as well. Once she made a cake, oh my gosh.
I'm going to make a lasagna tonight.
Party in my mouth.